Morning guys, this is Tony and this is one of my first ever coffee runs and quite exciting because you find its uniqueness of what it has to offer. It's really weird, this parking lot is empty. There's usually people waiting to buy some coffee, so just waiting for these people to get out. Yeah, you're in the block. Yeah. Usually when I come through here, I look at the reflections and see my car on the windshield. It's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and get some coffee. Pretty awesome stuff. Yeah, right now. So basically, came to my spot and had some homeless guys that usually are at the door. They were I should have recorded it so you guys could hear it, but they were complimenting the car, you know. They were like, "How much was it? How much did you pay?" I'm like, "Not enough." And the guy's like, "You're giving us the payment right now." I'm like, exactly, you see? I'd rather give you guys some money so you guys could eat instead of me paying this car, you know? You gotta make sure everybody eats. So, it's quite an awesome feeling. Oh my God, did you just see that? A Honda Civic. Weird looking Honda Civic. With a wing. Why would you put a spoiler wing on a front wheel car? I know I wanted to be a victim of that one time. Right now we're passing through 18. As you can see, the walls to the railroad with the custom drawings that have been there forever, and they've been there since I was a little kid. If you have a drone here, you're able to take a picture, right? A nice view of the downtown skyline. I did that. If you followed me or subscribed, you could see when I had a drone, I went ahead and did a few shots, a few dramatic videos, a few normal videos, and it was quite awesome to have a drone if you think about it, before everybody started fucking up, you know, messing it up for everybody else. But it was a good experience, you know. You gain drone piloting skills, and basically I taught myself. I started with the Phantom 1, went ahead and did the Phantom 2, and then Phantom 3. It was awesome. It was awesome. This is Harrison Park. Also has been here forever. A lot of people come here. Now with a lot of gentrification coming up at Pilsen, it feels good to be nice of this neighborhood, be a part of it, even though it raises taxes and such. It's not bad. I mean, better for all of us, right? Better for our kids' future and such. It was coming, so nothing new there. Well, one of my long journey so far is just been having a hard time finding the right career, you know. Unfortunately, Mondelez International did not keep me in their employment interests, so I had to buckle up and leave, you know. Had to find a secured career. Until this day there hasn't been anything like it. It's a rough start, you know, because you're starting all over, but you set your expectations because you got so much experience on what you learned how to do for those few years that you were working there, or your past experiences wherever it is you were before. So you got to know how to sell yourself and stuff like that, because if you don't, then you'll undersell yourself, and you know they'll take advantage of that. I mean, it is what it is. It's business as usual. Right now we're here by Nuevo Leon, the burned building. It burned down apparently with one of the owner's siblings there, and they're gonna tear it down. So we're waiting to hear what's gonna happen, because I miss eating there. It was good food. It was really delicious food. The best part of Pilsen is the diversity. You know, even though there's a lot of white people moving in for college, or students, not generally in race. You know, there's not any specific race, but you know, most students. It makes it more friendly than I seen it before. Back in the day, it was just dangerous. There's shootings everywhere, and you wouldn't even think about it much, because you just played. There was no tablets, there was no news, there was no daily, you know, Facebook feeds. MySpace was barely coming up. Not even MySpace, because this was back in the day when I was like 8, 9 years old, and it wasn't that much drama that we knew about. Only when we actually saw it coming by, cars passing by, and it was quite an adventure. But it was lucky, and I am blessed to say that, you know, we're still alive. We made it through. My mom took us out of the neighborhood when it was bad. I came back years later after I got married and such, and it was quite an experience back then. Nowadays it's just more about culture and stuff like that. You see a lot of popular restaurants that were here when I was younger, and now a lot of white people, due to gentrification, now love coming up in here. As in, so right here is the Carnitas Don Pedro, which are delicious meats. If you ever want to come by here, it is only cash. They do only accept cash. And let me get out of here. These people are just making traffic. And it's the food there is good. It's very delicious. It is, the meat. Just continuing on 18, the famous 18, while we drink our coffee. You know, morning coffee Sunday drive. In the beautiful Elantra. Here we're passing by Juarez Driving School, where I got my CDL the first time. It was quite an awesome experience. We're gonna hit some rail tracks. When you're in the lower lifestyle, it's much more difficult to drive around the city, especially in a city that barely wants to fix its streets as much taxes we pay. And but you get a lot of attention, because you know, you actually make traffic. You make other people wait for you to pass over the bumps. I can't wait to get like a sticker that says loading, car is lowered, or loading, slowly passing through a bump or such. And I like the attention. I mean, I like fixing up cars. I did stop fixing up cars back when I was younger. I can officially say I was a racer. I had a few cars. My brother had given me a 1993 Nissan Altima, and that was semi-sporty looking, but we were just fixing it up, because it was just, the body damage was like, well, we not really damaged, but you know, it was just a first person's car. You know, you never get a new car unless you're like rich or so. Your learner's car, and I was pretty grateful that he gave me the car. So we fixed it up. We would paint the rims. We would put weird ass decals. We would put our own. Well, we still do, but we're much better at it. We put tints. He had made a custom sunroof for it, and it was quite awesome, because one time when I was with my wife, back then my girlfriend, there was this time when it rained and we opened the sunroof and we had this immediately stop, and it was funny because we stopped at the stop sign and here comes this large splash of water right on her, and I was like, oh shit, where did that come from? Did it come from the tree? Nope, Seems like since it was a custom, job, my brother was the only one that knew how to keep water from coming in. So when I was using it, obviously water leaked into the inner layer of the chassis, and when we opened that sunroof and stopped immediately, that's when things got funny, and the splash came down, and she would always sit away from, like, she would lean towards the door to not get splashed in case there was any water. It was funny. Those were the old young years. After that, I had the transmission got messed up, so I couldn't go reverse. By the way, right now we're on Maxwell's neighborhood. Pretty awesome neighborhood, pretty clean. It's like a UIC kind of thing. I'm gonna see if I could drive around downtown so you guys can get a glimpse of closer. But back to the cars that I had, I also had a Contour, Ford Contour, which was, I think somebody told me that was like a granny car, but I didn't make much of it because I was paying for it. I was young, man. I barely wanted to make a payment on it, but I also tried to fix it up. I mean, my brother gave me a lip from that he found somewhere, I think, and we put it on there. I put a riser muffler that I found on eBay for like 30 bucks. It was just funny back in the day. That car had a muffler from Apex or something like that. No, I don't even think it was Apex. I don't know what it was. It was a long time ago. And it was funny because I painted the wheels on the car. 1 week I was black wheels, 1 week I was white wheels, 1 week I was whatever color wheels. Oh, not this street, next street. And it was just funny because nowadays you realize that you thought you were cool back then. That car had a transmission, automatic transmission with first and second speeds, I guess for when you're going up grades and stuff like that. And I would use that like to make it sound like I had a manual transmission. Right now we're passing by this mall around my house. It's pretty big, it's huge, never been in there. It looks awesome. I wouldn't mind coming over here to see what it is, just to walk around. I don't know if it's a mall or if it's a... I gotta talk to my wife and see how it is, just to kill some time. Right now we're entering downtown Chicago, just like 5 minutes away from my house. That's the good thing about living close to downtown. Oh yeah, and back to that Contour. I ended up... What did I do with that Contour? Oh, one day it just died. It was like freezing cold winter. I just had my daughter a few months, I think. And we're going up this bridge by Ford City Mall, and out of nowhere it just stopped. And I was like, what the hell just happened? And it was just crazy because it just stopped. I couldn't turn it on. My mom picked us up. And she towed the car. She towed the car, and we made it home. After that, the car was just sitting there for many months. I had no knowledge of cars and stuff. Tried various things to fix it, but it didn't work. To fix it, it didn't work. So I gave up. Started taking the CTA to work. I didn't know what to do, so I kept working. I needed to work. Needed to work, and I was also using my mom's van whenever I needed it, so that was a good thing that she had an extra vehicle. But the van was, super big, so. Then, fortunately, once again, my brother didn't need the truck that he had, so he sold it to me. I paid it off in a while. I was young then. I paid it off. It lasted a few good years, and it was awesome that he did such a thing. Right now we're going on the underpass, and this place is cool because sometimes you get a red light and you can just sit there revving. It sounds so awesome. Especially if I would have had like a straight pipe, it would have been so awesome, because you know, you'll be like making so much noise. People think they're shooting out here, and they're like, oh, they're shooting. There's a beautiful Charger here, about to pass by. Beautiful black Charger. With some blue headlights. They got 6,000K and it looks like 8,000K lights. It looks nice. You'll see it right now when it passes by. If he gets a green light. Unless I get a green light. This is awkward. We all have red lights. Red light on my left, red light on my right, red light in front of me. There we go. Well, you guys didn't get to see it. You know, just imagine a black Charger. Should have moved the camera, but I just didn't want to. I usually come out here when there's no parking in my neighborhood, and we just cruise, waste some time. My daughter loves coming downtown just to see the buildings. See if I could bring her today. It's pretty. When I was working at Mondelez, I was making so much money that we wanted to like literally move to downtown, but we weren't sure if that was the thing we wanted to do. But I guess we waited long enough. That's a good thing. And this coffee is good. Oh look, CTA. Awesome. I tell you, taxis in this cities with a lot of people, they make traffic so difficult. It's like they drive nuts. I think that's just every kind of taxi kind of thing. So right now we're driving through downtown and we just got like a lot of speculators just looking at us. I guess the car is so clean. We recently just got 45-degree weather yesterday, and today's supposed to be 50. So I guess that's why. As you can see the view, this is State Street all the way in downtown, facing north right now. You can see all the tall buildings, and right next to us, across the street to the left, is Washington Library. I think that's what it's called. Very big library. This is usually where we get off on the train whenever we come downtown. I've never been in there, but it's supposed to be a huge library. Oh, there goes police. What can we talk about? Oh, so recently I was paid to fix the car. That's why you've seen my car all fixed up. I've been trying to show it off as much as I can. There's still some ups and downs with it right now. I still gotta fix the upper front, the lower bottom lip. It seems to be a little off, but we installed it in the winter. That's why we haven't been able to fix everything. I mean, who wants to sit out there in the cold when you don't have a garage, you know? So we're gonna wait for that for the summer, do a little fix-ups, visit some more car shows and stuff like that, you know, have some fun. Basically, I fixed up the cars to show a definition of stance. That video is still under editing, and we'll soon be publishing it to a worldwide corporation so they can show it. And might become a HBO kind of thing, you know, you never know. Just patience. But we put some 18-inch wheels, 8.5 inches wide. They're STR wheels. What the fuck was that? STR wheels. Also, we put Megan Racing exhaust. Sounds pretty awesome. Does not sound like a fart can. And we also put some H&R lowering springs. What else did we put on this beautiful car? We put a cold air intake. We still gotta put the extension on, so that way it sucks from the cold and not from the engine. We also put, what else did we put? We put a body kit. We also put It's just a basic lip body kit. Tints, wind deflectors. It makes it look awesome. The wind deflectors, even though they're for wind and stuff like that. Wind deflectors and a Viper alarm system, the best you could get. It was the longest wait for an alarm system install. It took a day to get installed. So that's about it, I think. We did buy some camera equipment. We bought some camera equipment. We bought a Kane Simgo gimbal. Oh my god, the car sounds so sexy. It sounds beautiful. Just want to rip. And that's about it. I think a few more things. We bought a new lens for the camera. Right now we're using the 14 to 142 to 140, I mean, the Panasonic Lumix one. So it works very well now that I know how to use the camera. I was used to the point and shoots. But yeah. So yeah, guys, that concludes the coffee commute for today. Right now we're passing by the Daily Center. If you don't know, it's to the left, and then there's a convention or whatever it is, train station, whatever that big place is, to the left, to the right. Now we're gonna go ahead and go back, and hopefully tomorrow we could have another chance at doing another coffee run. So thanks for driving with me, and I'll see you on the next one.